Thanks for checking in. This is the Monday night update on the major East Coast storm that's going to affect our region very, very late Wednesday night through Thursday night. This is not a storm that I think is going to be taken lightly, or to be taken lightly, should I say, and it's going to affect a large area of the Northeast when this is all said and done. Will this be one for the books? I can't say that yet, but it definitely has potential to be. Right now, I'll give you what my first thoughts are on the system. My goal here is not to waver with every one of the models or overhype things, but I've been talking about this system since last week, as many of you know, and watching it evolve and watching how these models are behaving in accordance to how they've been behaving all winter. I like what I see for big storm development. I think the European model is spot on. All other models agree with the European except for the GFS, which is a little bit more offshore. But I think that will correct. Real quick, this is all the moisture coming in off the Atlantic. This is actually our storm system. One piece of this storm system will go down to the south, one will come up to the north. They'll merge and produce a big storm over the East Coast. You can see that more clearly in this image. You have one storm center here, one storm center there. These two storm centers start to merge down here. A surface low spawns to the right. You have blocking over the western Atlantic. What this does, guys, is it prevents the storm from shooting out to sea or coming up too far inland. It actually acts as almost like a resistance to the storm. So what happens is, instead of the storm shooting up, it slows down, rapidly intensifies, and comes right up the coast. Okay, we have something right here that's a classic signature of a storm. It's a low pressure center at 50 north, 50 west. All major East Coast snowstorms have had that, most of them. We have a ridge over the west coast. All the ingredients are there. Why do I think this storm is snow for north and west of 95 and sleet to rain for south and west of 95? What it has to do with this high pressure center is going to be placed ahead of the storm. So cold air is ahead of the storm, so it starts to snow, but this high pressure center, if you notice, is just offshore, so it brings in cold air from Canada, but it has to filter it over the ocean, which works a warm sector into this storm. But without getting too technical, let's go into the models now. Okay, this is the European model. Okay, by Wednesday at 7 p.m., you see a rapid storm systems evolving. Again, that's due to the northern branch of jet stream and the southern branch of jet stream merging at this point. From Wednesday night to 7 p.m. to Thursday night to midnight, this storm is going to rapidly intensify, and let me show you the progression. So 7 p.m., 1,008 millibar low. 1 a.m., 1,000 millibar low. Okay, 7 a.m., 996 millibar low. 1 p.m. Thursday, 992 millibar low. 7 p.m. Thursday, 988 millibar low. Very, very, very strong for a winter storm. And finally, 1 a.m. Friday, 984 millibar low. Classic signature of a northeast snowstorm. You can see there's this comma head shape in the storm. That's what we always see from our greatest storms. And it's affecting the whole area with heavy snow. Now let's take more of a zoomed-in view here for some timing purposes. So by the time we get to 1 a.m. on Thursday, snow breaks out in most of our forecast area. Heavy snow in the mountains of West Virginia and Northern Virginia. Rain in Delmarva. 7 a.m., heavy snow in North Jersey. Moderate to heavy in North Jersey, so they say. Snow changing to sleet Central Jersey. Rain, snow changing to rain in South Jersey. 1 p.m., storm really starts to crank. Heavy snow northwestern Jersey, north and west of I-95. Sleet Central Jersey, rain South Jersey. 7 p.m. Thursday, we have heavy, heavy snow again continuing throughout northwestern Jersey. We now have rain in South Jersey, rain and possibly sleet in Central Jersey. Very heavy snow up in New England. Notice that comma head shape. Now, this is just classic, guys. Check this out. 1 a.m. Friday. Look at this. We have backlash snow occurring in the storm. All big storms always have this signature of this black backlash snows. On its back end, you can pick up another couple inches from that. This is 1 a.m. on Friday. And finally, by 7 a.m. Friday, the storm system clears. You can see more clearly here the warm air that's going to work its way into this storm. So 7 a.m. Thursday, it's still snowing in most areas, but look at how quick this warm air works its way into I-95. 1 p.m. Thursday, it's sleet and plain rain down in South Jersey, like I said, and by the end of the storm, the cold air wraps itself back in. So again, this is not a major snow event for southern Jersey. I just don't see that. Central Jersey will have notable accumulations, but I think our heaviest accumulations are north and west of 95. Regardless, this storm, I think, will shut down most of the state and most of New England for the day on Thursday. Taking a look at peak wind gusts with this system. This is 7 p.m. Thursday night. We have wind gusts of 40 to 45 knots. So that's gusts of up to 50 miles an hour with heavy snow and just blizzard conditions in some spots. And as we get further along, those winds die down, and we have blowing and drifting snow towards the end of the storm. So basically, to sum things up, guys, we have a major winter storm that I think is likely to impact the region on late Wednesday night through all day Thursday. Here is my final accumulation map. This is the map I put out last night, but I added snow amounts onto it. You can see 12 to 18 inches for this area, 5 to 10 inches for central Jersey. Again, that's because I think sleet will mix in, and 6 to 12 up here in New England. Again, the bullseye is this area for this storm, and I think accumulations of locally 2 feet are possible with this storm. It just has all the ingredients we need for these interior areas to get snow, but not all the ingredients we need for central and south Jersey to get snow. I want to make that very clear. So keep checking in. I'll have frequent updates now up to the up to the actual evolution, or should I say start time of this storm, especially tomorrow. So any changes, you'll find them here on this website. And thanks for checking in.